Instagram.
That's crazy, Shane.
And we're live
We're not.
with these hoes.
Wow. Hey guys, welcome to the Opinionated Podcast, and we are your hosts.
I'm Cool Kev.
Dash.
And I'm Big Dre, and we are the premier relationship, sex, and love podcast. How are you?
We're the Opinionated Podcast.
We're the Opinionated Podcast.
That we deal in sex, love, and everything's up the alleyway.
And that
Yes.
niche.
Absolutely. Just telling people that.
In that
Just say, hey, yeah, we're in a niche. But we have a pretty interesting topic today. It's a little bit of a topic that we already did,
Oldie but goodie.
but we want to revisit it and give it a fresh look.
So today's topic is temptations and infidelities. We are going to give you a deep dive and a look into why people might cheat. You know, we're going to bring you into our world. You might agree with some of the shit that why people cheat. You might not, but this is reasons.
He's saying feel free to comment and share and make sure that you subscribe and do all the things that you're supposed to do. So we definitely want you to comment if you have anything else to add on to it. Maybe you feel as though we're missing something. And so go ahead, Kev.
All right, so listen, man. Ladies is always wondering, they can't never understand. Like, I can't believe he, he's cheating on me and all this other stuff. And listen, it's a hard pill to swallow getting cheated on, man. It's not an easy thing to get cheated on. Nobody wants to be cheated on. You don't get into relationships for getting cheated on. That's not
okay.
That's not the reason. So here. So let's start it off here. You want to know why sometimes men cheat. It can be anything, but sometimes it could be the most simplest thing. So, some common reason is, that's who they are. They're not
the faithful type.
They're not a faithful person. And ladies, y'all don't never put your foot down and say y'all not dealing with it. You allow these things to go on.
Let's not just blame the ladies here.
I'm not blaming the ladies. I mean, it's not a blame of the ladies, but you should be able to see the signs. You know what I'm saying? You
What are the signs? If a man's cheating, and then we'll maybe talk about the ladies.
If
cheating.
A man is cheating, signs that he's
signs?
cheating. His phone is like his phone. You have no access. He will never leave his phone around you. Let's make that very clear. You would never, ever get close to that motherfucker. And if you do, before he hands it to y'all in the argument, he's locking shit up, deleting shit, boom, 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 and then he's handing it to you, and then he's praying to God that one of his side chicks don't text or call or do something that will just put you on to what he's doing.
I think another thing is being missing.
Yeah.
Not being around when a person's off their routine, especially a man. When a man's off their routine, that's cause for concern. And what I mean is, hey, if he's home every night by a certain time and you usually know where he's at, and then you call him and he's not home by that time and he's telling you, nah, man, I have to run over here, and that shit happens too often. Yeah, you over a bitch house.
Yeah, and
excuse me, a woman's house.
And listen, I'm not making excuses for him, but you have to, when you notice these signs, ladies, you have to check that. You just can't let it go. You have to say something. You got to stand up for yourself, and you can't accept that.
What should she do?
Call it off. Real talk. Now, if you want to be with him, you call it off. You wait a couple of days. You let him beg to come back, and you say, you know what? I'm only accepting you under one condition. If I even have an inkling that you're going to do this again, we are done. No questions asked, no nothing. But what you say, you have to mean. You can't accept him back and he's doing the same thing and you're looking for excuses to keep him around. You want somebody to be faithful to you and all that and good to you and treat you right. You got to hold standards for yourself. And ladies, I do hold standards for myself. Sometimes y'all don't. Y'all will just be with a dude and allow the cheating because you don't want to see him with somebody else. You don't see yourself with nobody else. You put too much time into the relationship. You think you just can't let it go. No, who wants to live being cheated on every day and being, knowing that you're sharing your man with somebody else.
What about the men and their women cheating? How about we attack that a little bit?
I think that it's the same. I think the rules nowadays and age, the rules apply on both sides. You know, a woman, she's not gonna let her phone be open near you, and if she is, I feel like women can be more sneaky than
How
men
so?
can, because I feel like they devise a plan to the T, and then like I feel like they just like your homies, the girls know about it. So you know what I mean. When they plan it, it's I'm not. We all know each other. If we plan something, it's completely different
Never
to
met you a day
where
in my fucking
is
life.
if a woman plans something, like if it's a party, our party is different than if your woman plans a party. I think they plan it with more of an agenda in mind, and it's more detailed. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to your party, you're like, oh, that's dope. That's, you know what I mean. But for us, we just like, all right, we're gonna throw this party together. We're gonna have fun, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But and I feel like when they start to devise a plan like that, it's the same way. I think, you know what I mean, they just take a little bit more detail to it. So I mean, that's just how I personally feel anyway.
What are some
But
reasons why women cheat on men though?
It's listen,
Real reasons.
nothing. Everything. They both go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. Here go one. Women don't think like women would say when women cheat. They say the men is no longer giving them the attention they require, and they had to go find it in somewhere else. Ladies, it's the same. It goes the same for men. You as a man, you want to feel like you're wanted from your woman. You don't
So
want.
listen, why do women cheat on men?
I'm just telling women. Most excuses we hear from women, they why they cheat on men. Oh my, sometimes it's a lot of it is some say he cheated first. We hear that a lot, so I cheat now. But another one is, I don't feel desired by him no more and or wanted, so I went and found it somewhere else.
Okay.
You don't think as a man that you be like, you know what? Sometimes we cheat as men because we we can't get what we want from this woman, so we go try to go find it in another woman, and you're just blending these women like you need this from her. She she does the intimate things with you, everything you want and desire. This one keeps the house stable and the finances stable. Women do the same. Women have the same thing.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a different reason out there, where it kind of ties into just bad habits of women and men. I think not cutting ties to the past, also, not doing it properly. And here's what I mean. One of the things could be keeping somebody around or in the background that has never quite went away.
Oh, that's
Let's talk
Pass
about that a
that's
ghosts.
the
little bit.
main.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
That is a great one. Because you know what it is, man. Sometimes people keep the past relationships around because they don't get the closure that they wanted
Yeah.
from that person.
Bad
So
habits too, though.
it's a bad habit, but you're like you need that closure. That's why it's good to if you're moving on to a relationship, you want to be faithful to somebody. Go get the closure from the past relationship before you move on.
Ooh, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Let's flip it. Let's flip it to the man doing that. How do you get your closure to close that relationship? Real shit. How do you get your closure to where if that person comes around when you're happy or when you're on your next relationship that you don't wind up slipping, a penis
You
inside
gotta
of it?
have that talk. I mean, that is
What's the talk?
it's the real talk. Like, yo, listen, I know we had something before, but you know what I'm saying, that's what it is no more. In order for me to actually move forward with my life, I gotta end, you know what I mean, what we consider we had. You know what I'm saying? You really just gotta end it. You gotta give closure for yourself and just give them the closure that you got. At that point, if they decide that it's not over, then they just become crazy. Am I wrong there?
No, you are absolutely
Am I wrong
correct.
there? Um,
Pubic. You're absolutely correct. That's my thing. Yeah.
I mean, it can, and not to say that the conversation could be just as basic as that. You know what I mean?
It never is.
It never is. But of course,
Ever.
you're gonna dive into different scenarios. You're gonna dive into different situations depending on what you've gone through with that person. But at the end, there should be clarity, and the clarity should come to, yo, we're not together no more. In order for me to be stable with the next relationship that I'm in, that I really care about, I gotta end the one that we currently have, regardless of if it's ongoing or not. You know what I mean?
Uh, yeah, I definitely think that. But let me ask you a question, and this is a weird question, but let's say this is the love of your life. You know, I mean, I'm Mr. Hypothetical.
Yeah.
This is the love of your life, right? So the love of your life, somehow it just doesn't end on the terms where y'all can get the closure, and you might not see her again. You might not see her for a very long time, and then you move on with your life and you get another chick and whatever. But this is the love of your life. You still hold her in your brain. You don't want to, but you hold her in a high regard. But you moved on. You're doing your thing, and she come back around. What do you do in that point to make it so that her vagina doesn't mistakenly fall on your penis?
you really have to say to yourself, this person that you're moving, the new person that you have, is somebody you really want to be with, because sometimes the new person you're with is just somebody to help you forget your past. It's not necessarily the person you love.
What if she was the best pussy you ever had?
Who? The new
The
John?
old John.
Yo,
This is me just throwing shit out there.
You can
not
have
me.
everybody
Yo,
had
you're
I'm
all,
just
yeah,
saying.
about to
everybody
say.
had exes that had great
Fire.
like their pussy is fire, but you like, I would
that
never
should make
deal
the relationship.
Yeah, I
No,
would
I'm not saying
never
that.
I would never deal with your ass again, because I got the closure. I know you ain't shit. I know relationship wasn't shit. It's just gonna be crash and burn all over
You
again.
should know
You're
what's gonna
done.
happen when you jump into that vagina. It's not gonna be a good turnout in the end. It's not. It never works out when you go back to your past
It
just
never
to
does.
indulge for a second and then
Right.
think that, I'm just here to do my 1-2s, and nah, especially if y'all have feelings, like real feelings for each other, and it's not just like, oh, we just fucked before and that was it. Nah, if
Right.
y'all actually shared bonds, if y'all did stuff together, if y'all were like close and the sex was also great, you can't have that in the next relationship. You can't dive or try, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit just does not work out in your best interest. Whether
Okay.
you think it's gonna be fun for the moment or not, that's really all it is. It's just that one single moment. But it's a regrettable one. It always turns out to be a regrettable one.
So just basically, when anybody, like, you basically have to put your blinders on. That's worked for me for years.
You don't even gotta put
putting
your
your
blinders on.
No,
You know
I
what I'm
do.
saying? Like, you
They're
gotta.
they're on.
It, it's
Sure.
gotta.
Can't
It's
even
It
see
should
you right
just.
now.
It should just be
Can't
like.
see you right now.
Yeah, nah. I moved. You know what I mean, if you moved on, you moved on.
Come on.
Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, how you doing? Like, I wouldn't want it to be to the point where I feel like I'm disrespectful because we know each other. I'm not. I'm not saying that you're nothing to me. Period. I'm just saying that what
I
we
am,
had
but
is
you ain't shit to
completely
me.
over. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I try to
when
get
I
a
see
female
you, I'm a
friend.
wave. But
Okay.
I'm away from a distance
I'll say we're
to
not
let
on
you
this
know.
screen.
You know what I mean? Like,
We're not on
yo,
this screen.
how you doing? Like, I'll acknowledge the fact that you're a living person, but I don't know.
Listen, people always talk that put that blinders on stuff. That shit sound I know. That shit sounds good, but if you still have like strong feelings for this person and you bump into that ex, you can say,
What you doing?
bro, you
Exactly. Imagine you got your blinders on, you out shopping, you know what I'm saying? You with your shorty, and your blinders is on, and what you got your blinders on for taps you on the shoulder like, hey,
I
how you
punch
doing?
the shit out of this woman. Yo, so y'all nigga, all right. So let's keep it real. I'm not going to pretend like I ain't run before,
Okay.
Bro.
because I'm serious about what now I'm joking about the blinders. Like, I'm not joking, but listen,
why would you have to
I've-
run? Why would you run? Why would you
here's the
run?
thing.
But why would
No,
you
When I
run?
say run, I mean, like, I'm gonna avoid the whole thing, not because there's unresolved feelings, but it's like, nah, we not even going. Like, I'm not even gonna let you try to trick me into some shit.
Yeah.
Not that they can. Let me explain.
Oh,
Let me
okay, I
explain.
understand that.
Let me explain. Because it turns into what it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
All right, because when a person comes up, and I know y'all dealt with this before. A person comes up, they might tap you on the shoulder, or they might just be in the same space you at.
Mhm.
What that means is this: hey, how are you? How have you been? Blah 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 blah. They come in on a friend tip. Now you don't want to be an asshole. You're not gonna say, "Bitch, fuck out of here." You're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I've been great. How you been? Oh my gosh, are you on Facebook? Sure, I'm on Facebook. Whatever." It might turn into a DM. It might turn whatever it is. What I mean by trip you up is you might not have anything to do with what this person wants to do. Meanwhile, you might get a message from them. You might get something from them where they're like, "Yo, I saw you. You look good. Where you been at? Whatever, whatever." It could be anything that could trip
I
you up.
understand what you're saying right there, but all that trip you up shit is just when the conversation starts to indulge into something that you know is becoming a little bit more personal than a high and by, you're supposed to be able to
Get
nip
it.
that right there.
Supposed
You
to
know what I'm
get it
saying?
right there.
Somebody, hey, how you doing? Hey, I've been doing great. I'm just here with my girl. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You're here shopping, you know what I'm saying? And I need to go get her.
Bitches
You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna bring my girl. Yeah, my girl. And
I know some bitches that don't care.
yeah,
Like
they don't care. But as soon as they want some personal info, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, that's not the route we gonna take. You know what I mean? If you didn't get this closure, let me give it to you now.
Let me tell
You know
y'all.
what I mean?
I tell on y'all bitches.
Yeah,
I tell on
What?
y'all bitches like a motherfucker. Man, this bitch gonna send me delete block. You don't get past go. I'm
Like
sorry.
when our listeners said right here, Fontizzi, it's all based on your level of self-control, which is
Fact.
what I'm getting to. You should be able, if you see her and she
A
bump,
person, not me.
your
Don't say me.
person, whatever, if she bumps into you and you know you got strong feelings, then it's a hey, how you doing? And you supposed to keep it pushing, nothing exchanged. But if you think you got level of self-control, I don't think you're supposed to give her yet.
Have you ran before?
I'm not running from
No. Seriously, have you actually noticed a person that like that you might have had feelings for and said, "Oh
When
shit,
you run-
let me roll."
when you
I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about at any point
when
in your
you
life.
ran, and I have, but when you ran for you didn't run because you're running because you know this person has the power to put you back in that relationship or make you cheat. They have that power because you didn't get the closure. You still have feelings for this person, and the new person that you're with is literally it's a stop.
Listen.
She's a stopgap.
So what do you do?
She's just then you gotta reevaluate the person you're with right now. You do. Women don't want to hear that. Oh, we do. We should. If you want us to
We
be
getting into something crazy right now.
if you want us to value, not to chill, we gotta reevaluate. Like, damn, dude, am I with this person because I like this person, or I'm with this person because I'm just lonely at this point in time, and I just need something to have a relationship with. You gotta look at it, and if that's what that person is, maybe if you don't want to hurt her feelings, you probably won't. Some people ain't. Listen, I ain't been man
men
enough.
or women,
Men or women.
hypothetical.
I haven't. It's been times I haven't been man enough to just end the relationship. It's been times I haven't been. I wasn't man enough to stop and say, you know what?
I think that's a maturity level.
Let me stop this
Absolutely.
relationship because it's not going anywhere. I pretended that I wanted to be with this person, but still going back to my ex, and I fucked somebody over who was a good person that probably look at people a different way that probably deserved a better person than myself.
That happens, dude.
It happens.
Yeah, we've all been the reason why somebody looks at men a different way.
Yeah. And women too. Y'all been the reason.
You damn right.
Listen, I dealt with girls that weren't completely totally over their ex, and I'm like, what the like?
Just let me know.
I couldn't understand this shit. Like, why are you? You know what?
Just let me know.
Yeah,
It's very simple.
but that's like you said, as a level of maturity you have to get to. He said that you have to get.
We said that.
Yeah, you have to get to that level of maturity to say, you know what? I'm really not feeling you. Like, I think I jumped. I think I jumped into something too soon.
Do we all do? How
What do you
often
do?
do you see that?
Or
Like somebody actually
not-
making that
yeah, because I was about to
making
say
that
because
comment.
I think that some people, or even just to give yourself a scenario, like what happens when you realize that, and it's been a long time. It's not like a week. It's not like 2
Nigga.
weeks. Y'all been together for like 4 or 5 months.
I've been there.
You know what I'm saying?
I happened to me. I was with somebody for a good 6
you feel
months.
obligated to be with that person.
No,
don't you?
no, I don't. I sat on the end of my bed
It
at the
was
beginning of this
obligation
person.
that
For,
brought you that far, right?
it was a disillusion of an old episode we had, Lust and Love. And the disillusion of thinking of me trying to get past somebody, like I have to get past this person. And then one day I was sitting on the edge of my bed like, yo, I really don't want to be with this person.
Wow.
Like she's gonna be pissed when I tell her I want to be with her.
That's why you do it in a letter.
You
Yeah,
are the
do it
most
there.
Dear John
Do it in
ass
a letter.
motherfucker
Yeah.
I ever met.
Leave it in a letter.
But
When she comes home, all your shit is gone.
I mean,
She'll find out
Or
eventually.
destroyed.
But now,
No.
yeah,
I'm gone already.
And she'll find you.
but
You
that's
know that.
But that's
I moved.
She'll find you.
listen. Sometimes cheating with an ex ain't always. You don't always cheat with your ex. Sometimes you cheat with a stranger. Sometimes you cheat on your girl because you're bored with her.
Boredom is a thing.
And no woman wants to hear. What you mean you're bored with me?
Bitch, get off your ass.
It just got to that point. It's
Get
just
on
got to
my
that point.
dick.
It's just stale. Like how many times can you keep living fantasy in your minds and hoping that this person fulfills them,
Now,
and then somebody comes along that is willing to fulfill them,
or at least fake like they are. Now, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
No, I mean like that happens too.
Yeah,
where it seems like they're going to, and this
Yeah.
person is just a wolf in sheep's clothing. But let me ask you a question: Is that your fault as well if it is boring? Seriously, or could it be?
It's a mix. It's your fault because you should probably say something to that person.
Like,
Look, man, this shit's getting stale. Like, we
I
got
don't
to do
know.
something. Now, if you're not willing to fix that, then
I like to go a little bit better and say,
Go
like,
ahead.
hey, things are starting to get a little repetitive, and maybe we should switch it up a little something.
spice
Or,
it up.
yeah, maybe spice it up. I feel like it's all about content with a woman. Like, if she told me that I was boring, I'd be like, interesting. You know what I'm saying?
what do
Like,
you want me to do?
yeah, I mean, like, I'm boring, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't, but if she told me that she wanted to spice things up, now it makes me think like, oh, okay,
Right.
what can we do to, okay, you want to do different things. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you can perceive a situation, you know what I mean, when it's brought to you. I don't like to use certain words because I've learned in the past that if I say exactly what I mean, that it punches me back in the face.
Come punch.
You know what I'm saying? And it's and it never it never works out for me if I tell you exactly what's on my mind the way my mind says it, because in my mind,
Ladies,
he don't give a fuck about emotions or about the scenario because it's how he feels about the situation.
or men.
So when it starts to come out, I got catch it real quick, and then I'll be like, hold on. Remember last time you got punched in the brain? You know what I'm saying? And I bring it out a different way to make you feel as though it's not that I don't care or want this relationship to work. I want other things to happen within us to make it better.
What do you do to spice it up when she says, I think we need to spice it up? Real shit. I think I like real answers.
I 100% ask, what would you like to do to spice it up? Do you want me to be the one to spice it up? What notch level of spicy do you want? Because
habanero.
because there's different level of spices that you can intrigue yourself with, and I don't want to be the guy that brings out the wrong spice and it gets a little bit too hot.
Look, you're right about that.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna break it down a little further. I want you to keep talking because I'm about to just
Okay.
go. You know me, I throw my bombs in.
Yeah.
So if two ways.
Okay.
And I think that people need to know this. This is for our men and our women that want to know how to spice things up. I think there's two levels to spicing up, and I want you to speak to both of them.
Okay.
It's spicing up romance and there's spicing up sex.
What?
How would you spice up either one of those two, or both of them, or whatever?
Okay. Well, spicing up the bedroom.
They want to know what you mean by being misconstrued.
What he said, but when you say what you mean, it can't be misconstrued. But it can't. It's not the fact that it's misconstrued, because you definitely gonna understand my point. But it's how it's brought to you that can make you defensive. And when you're talking a certain way, like I could never talk to my girl the way I talk to Dre or Kev when it comes to me feeling about them a certain way. Like I could tell Dre, like, yo, you fucking wildin', yo. Sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. If I felt that way, and he would perceive it to be my friend telling me, yo, I gotta chill, because I'm gonna talk to him like my nigga, you know what I'm saying? And he gonna do the same with me, and I just gotta take it. Kev does it with me all the time, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I gotta take it, and Kev is the big cuz, so it's like my big brother telling me something to do, and I'm like, all right, my bad, you know what I'm saying?
Tell me for a reason.
Yeah, he not telling me because he don't care. He telling me because he know me, and I'm drawn, you know what I'm saying? So if I say it directly like that to my girl, she's gonna look at me like, did you lose your mind? Is something wrong with you? Why are you talking to me like this? I have to bring it to her in a more subtle approach to cater toward how she feels about the situation, so that she may want to take it and actually do something with it, rather than to her just be on the defensive end and want to fucking fight the feeling, or not want to talk about it, or want to do nothing about it all, and there is no resolution there.
So if you bring it up to her, Kev, and you put it in her court, and she doesn't do anything about it, does that give you a legit
I still want to
reason?
know how you spice up.
Does it give you?
I'm gonna get to that.
Does it give you a legit reason to cheat?
Nah, man, we
You gotta
listen,
you gotta
yo,
roll.
there's
Ultimatum time.
there really ain't no legitimate reason to cheat. I mean, you can't make up a legitimate reason to hurt someone else's feelings when someone trusts you. There's nothing that you can do to be like, yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean?
But can you explain yourself out? Can you
Nah.
explain yourself to?
Nah, because you had the option of being like, you know what? I asked you to do something. You ask me to do things all the time, and I do it. I can't get the same reciprocity from you. So I have to actually find what I want elsewhere, and maybe you should do the same, because this isn't going to work out.
Find
any
you a
longer.
boring nigga.
Yeah, find you someone who likes to do what you do, because if
Nothing.
you're not if they're not willing to do what you want to do, not all the time, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if you try it, it doesn't work out, you can tell, like, all right, this vibe ain't it, and you know what I'm saying, we tried it, you know what I mean, it's not gonna work out, it's cool. I appreciate the fact that you try. We could do something else, you know what I'm saying? The attempt is really what matters. That's what people don't understand. It's the attempt to make it. You know what I mean? Because if you've never done it before, how you know you don't like it? And then if you don't like it, you're like, we'll never do that again, right? You know what I'm saying? And
The
it can go all the captain, and it could go all across the board, from romance to sexual encounter. You know what I mean? How whatever you like to do in the bedroom, whatever you do,
I like
is
to
what
do
you
the
do.
captain.
You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely about how it's approached. I mean, I definitely take into consideration, because most women don't perceive things, I don't want to say well, but the way that we do. You know what I mean? Like, when you're close to each other.
Are you? I would feel offended in a certain way. Like if you are like, say if you give and I want you to continue. I'm sorry, but I'm saying, like, if you want to give, like, say if y'all fucking on a regular, but she was like, yo, I think you could do better. Like, I'm not getting it.
Oh, she hit me with that.
You're going to be offended and say, well, bitch, I'm giving you all the, excuse me for the colloquialism, but I'm giving you all the dick I possibly can.
No,
I don't know if I can do better.
That's how we speak on Opinionated Podcast.
I mean, yeah, the offense is going to come in, but I'm gonna be like, damn, what the fuck am I not doing? I'm gonna try to figure out, because I want to know, because in my mind, I'm be like, wait a minute, if you felt this way out loud,
yep,
how many felt this way,
yep,
and shut the fuck up about it? Oh, the ones that didn't call back.
The missing ones.
But no, in reality, I was like, oh shit, all right, now I need to know. Now we trying some shit, because now I feel like
studying porn.
you are wanting something that maybe I didn't think you wanted. You know what I mean? Like, you never know if somebody's holding back because they're not sure about you. You know what I mean? And vice versa. You could be holding back because you're not sure if this person is into doing some of the things that you're into. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta open up and explore, or it's gonna lead to somebody else exploring somebody else.
You ever been done? You ever been? And then we're gonna leave off that particular subject. You ever been done and kind of not giving your best in the bedroom, and maybe they might think of it that way, like, oh, you ain't doing the best, but you like, that's because I don't really want to have sex with you anymore. Have you ever been to that point?
And they've actually said something?
Well, no, I mean, I don't know. Like, you know how you get the vibe, or you just kind of leave. I guess. Man, I've never been told that before.
Yes, it's not even. I've been in an encounter, and during it, I've just was like, nah, this ain't it. And I don't know if you don't think this ain't it, but I'm feeling like this ain't it right now, and just got out. And then they got mad at me about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, why you just, and I was like, yo, I told you maybe we could try this again, you know what I'm saying, at another point, but this right here, like, it doesn't feel like we're doing anything that will warrant me to want to keep going on, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't feel like we're doing this because this is what we both want to do. It
Okay.
feels like I'm just humping a rag doll. You know what I'm saying?
So we was
Like,
gonna
just
say-
laying there.
we
Just
talked about you spicing it up. So what are some things you can spice it up to keep you from cheating? That keeps you interested in the vagina.
I mean, it
I
just
think we all should answer this
it
question.
just depends on your fancy. You know what I'm saying? I like.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
No. No, down and dirty. Nah, I mean, I'm with just about whatever except you playing. Oh, can't fix that. I don't really get into no shit like that. That's just my own preference. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm with trying different things with my girl if that's what she wants to attempt. But she already knows my limits. So she know what not to even ask, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, I know if I ask her some shit, she gonna look at me like she like I done lost my goddamn mind 2 times over.
What's the line other than butthole stuff where
I don't know.
What do you think?
Trying to do something, but
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Okay.
Well, yeah, fix it. Though.
It's a bad idea.
Fix it right now.
So when I mean is the line. So if she says, okay, all right, no, because I'm like, let's give this a little bit of shape. If you tell her, you say, listen, you need to step it up in the bedroom. Like I love you, everything's great, but the bedroom is kind of where we're having our issues, and you don't tell her you're thinking about other women, but you kind of start to say she wants to try some shit that'll get her motor running that just don't match with what you want. It's too far. Like, what do you do? What is that line?
Would you cheat on
What is
her?
that line? What is that line?
Why would cheating be the next option?
Because Kev, that's Kev.
That's me.
He's a foul motherfucker.
I'll give y'all ladies. I'll give y'all ladies 1,000 reasons.
That's too far for me. I'm gonna find some other.
What if you ain't like you're not the guy to fuck in the ass? Like, I used to think about it back in the day, like girl, listen. No, I'm not talking about that.
He missed the question.
Listen to what I'm saying. So, like, back in the day, yeah, I used to think about, like, yo, man, I'm gonna try to fuck this girl in the ass. Like, you want to do shit like that. Now I do not want to clean up. I do not want to do any of that shit. Good old vagina sex is what I like. So say she wants that, and you're like, fuck, I don't.
So
are
you gonna be mad if she cheat on you?
But no, I'm saying if you came to her and said, can you spice it up, and then that's what she came back to you like, yo, you fucked me in the ass, but it ain't what you want to do. It's like, I ain't mean it like that.
Well, she's spicing it up.
I don't know. I mean, like I said,
and the ass was a example. I'm just saying.
Like I said, it depends on. She know. That's why we had the conversation about things at first. That way, she won't have that question in mind. She knows what my limits would be, and I know what her limits would be. You know what I mean? My girl has no problem expressing what she's not willing to do.
It's usually ass sex for all the women for some reason.
Well, yeah, and
I'm not talking about your shit.
I'm just going forward. Yeah. And if I'm asking her, that's why I would ask her first. Like, yo, listen, we already know, but you know what's going on here. So what do you think that we should do to make it better? Because if it's great for you, I want to feel like you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel it is as great for me as it is for you, or vice versa. If it's great for me and it's not for you, what should we be doing to make you feel the way I feel? Because right now I'm feeling like Ricky Bobby.
What if
you ain't first, you'll last?
What if you with that, but she's not? Do you cheat?
What is
the line?
You have to make that decision.
What is your guys' thresholds for saying, you know what? I am tired of this shit. This shit is whack.
My question is that one thing that you want to do? Defining the whole sexual experience. Is there not another alternative that you may want to ask?
Passion.
Is there anything else? Have you ever expressed an actual fantasy? You know what I'm saying? How long have y'all been doing the same thing repetitiously?
But what about your girl? If you want a fantasy, your girl don't want to accomplish it for you, but somebody comes along.
Explain.
say you had a fantasy.
I got fantasies my girl is not going to accomplish.
Okay, say
That's
you
a fact.
Okay, here, I'm gonna
Look
throw
at
out.
Dre's
I'm gonna
face.
throw out the main alley
You know what I
fantasy of
mean?
every man. A threesome. That is the two women in one. That is the
quintessential-
main.
Yeah.
That is the main thing. Because every man, you might not come to your girl. Your girl might say no all the time. But what about you chilling around like a female you knew, and she said, "Damn, I'm looking for a guy to have a threesome with." Dre, would you be interested in it?
This is
And they show you a picture of that girl
outside
maybe
your
the-
relationship.
outside your relationship. Maybe the girl she wants you to have a threesome with is bad. See?
Fucking ask me.
No, I'm just
He did.
no.
He said your
answer the
name
question.
specifically.
Yeah, answer the question.
He said your name
Then
specifically.
in my
Black will make a bitch.
like, yes. If you're continuously saying, yo, you need to suck my dick, and she like,
No, I don't do that type of
not
stuff.
even if she just like, sure, and then just doesn't. It's like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm married, so it's in our contract. Like, even if it ain't gonna be all the time, which I ain't gonna sit here and say it is, because it isn't. Nah, we gonna make some time for it though.
She said fantasy two dudes, bro.
I'm sorry, I can't. What?
Her fantasy is two dudes, but I'm gonna toss it.
I'm gonna introduce
Yeah, but
her to those two dudes
as
after
I'm
we
leaving.
get divorced.
And
Right,
I'm saying so. But if
Sure, I
would
got
you,
some guys
but,
I know.
But what if somebody came to you with a female came to whatever your
I heard
fantasy
what you
might be.
said.
Your fantasy might be came to you with your fantasy. Like,
See, I feel like these fantasies that we're creating, these are
they
easily accomplished fantasies to do before you decide to be with the person you want to be for the
So
rest
you
of your
say.
life. I mean,
So
everybody-
you say threesome, man.
not
I
to
haven't
s-
had a
not
chance
to say
do that.
not to say that everybody has had it, but if you wanted to accomplish it and you put your like Dre, if you actually set your mind to getting two women at one time when you were in your
Don't
younger
you mention my
age,
fucking name.
if you had to put your mind and effort into it, like, yo, I'm gonna make it two women this time, you probably would have accomplished it, but that wasn't a goal for you. It was just like, if it happened, it happened.
No, I can't say that. Because see, ain't gonna get me talking for
I
real.
tried
Listen,
to help you out. I tried to
I've
help
never
you out.
had anyone that I said,
I
like,
tried to
yo,
help
but-
you out.
she wants you to film it. Your girl, I'm sorry, we go off topic, but
first of all, if
lies
she wanted me to film
two
it,
guys
Like,
and you film
what
it.
situations have you been
Right,
in, my
like,
brother?
what kind of shit is that? Nah, she dead at that point. She
Collect
dead
the
at
check.
that
That's
point.
what you do first.
Yeah,
You collect
she
the
dead.
check, and then
Nah, she
you
did.
continue to make her an employee.
Yeah, she did.
That's why they got OnlyFans now, right?
Listen, and you know what's crazy? Let's because we're talking about things that can make people unfaithful to you, but
Want to cheat?
let's put that into perspective. Men, let's take that question. If your woman came to you and said, well, my dream is, or my fantasy is two men, you and someone else, you will be disgusted. But imagine how she feels if you say, yo, you and another girl. Like, it's the same. It's not the same thing, but
No, it's not.
they might feel like it's the
Not.
same thing, where it's like, no, that ain't happening. I ain't sharing you, this and that, this and that. I think it's a double-edged sword, man.
It's a double-edged sword, but what about if you explain
ain't
that?
happening.
If you explain that to her, like, I really want to accomplish my fantasy, she says, I'm going to make your fantasy happen someday.
But she says you got to do that for her. That's a hard thing. What
That's
if
a
she
hard
says-
pill to
What
swallow.
if she trades it? She says, sure, we could do that. He's like, I'll literally, like, no, we make that happen. I'll make it happen no matter what. I don't want to, but I'll make it happen. But she says, in return, you have to give me a threesome with another man.
So it's all,
Are you doing that
it's all
to
good.
keep
to
your
you.
marriage going, or
Yeah,
keep your relationship
You know why no man will do it? Because it's all good until they start breaking rulers out, and you're sticking.
No, let's keep it on some
that's
real shit.
That's legit
Because
shit.
I'm pretty confident in what I like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, if
at
your
first-
girl
wait,
get
hold
if
on,
your girl
hold
get the
on.
moaning too
Wait,
hard,
no,
why
no.
this nigga
Hold on,
hitting it?
Wait.
Okay.
No. Because if that's the case, I'll never let this happen. And I want to put this in perspective before we keep going. I'm going to make sure.
Dog,
No.
you can make sure whatever you want.
I'm going to say some old outlandish shit like, bro, I got to make sure I do a check before we walk into this room. My shit is 12 inches. Where you at? This nigga say 10, get the fuck out. Because my shit is not 12 inches. I need you to tell me the truth so you can get the fuck out of here.
But I'm saying,
If I say I'm 12 inches, like, oh man, you got me, man, dog. I'm 7'8" or whatever. I'm like, all right.
but I'm saying, what about you if you in there having a threesome with your girl and she start making noises you
She
never
will.
heard?
That's the point. You're all having sex. That's why we don't want
And
that.
she's
because
having
the
her
truth,
fantasy.
It will
she
mess
gonna
you up.
feel-
And you
Listen.
see her squirt and you never made her squirt. You
all right, see, I don't know
that's
about
legit
that.
shit, dog. That can
She's
legit
squirting.
happen. That
First of all, we
Okay.
fighting. You squirting, we fighting. If I never made you squirt, you squirt. You're squirt. Instead of like, it was a, for instance. I'm not saying I'm measuring niggas' dicks. Listen, she squirt, we fight.
Ayo, live.
That's it.
Why?
She squirt, we no. What I'm saying is, if I never made her squirt and this nigga busting her down, making her squirt, I'm beating this nigga the fuck up, tossing her, grabbing her by her shoulders and pulling her back, and I'm fighting this nigga. Trey is like homie for hot tub time machine. Which one?
Both of them.
Which one?
He's talking about the dude. He's talking about the.
Oh, that we had they have a threesome with. Wait, I want the reluctant guy. I'm not having no threesome with no man. Like for real, I would never do that because, like, I'm talking about with somebody that you like. Like if it's your girlfriend, it's like no.
You know
It's
why?
weird.
You know why? And why? And that's a thing to bring it back to the subject we're talking about. That's why it looks so different for when men cheat from when women cheat. And women ain't gonna want to hear this. When men will cheat with anything you can fucking stick your dick in. For the lack of a better
Sugar
term.
stick.
Real shit. I didn't see niggas cheat on their girl and look at her like women go cheat. They go cheat to go look for something. They really go cheat to look for love. Fulfill that very lack of sex that they're needing. That this guy, my man, is not performing to the level I want him to perform at.
Okay.
They cheat because he's not who I want to be with. He doesn't give me that romance that I'm looking for.
Right.
Bro, you would cheat with a girl. You would cheat on your girl with a girl twice, and her stuff is not better. Her vagina is not better than your girl. Just it's not better. The sex is not better than with the other girl. But just because the vagina, I mean, it's just there. Like, you know what? I want my dick sucked right now. And she won't suck my dick. And she won't give me some pussy.
She ain't gonna argue with me about
And
it.
she's just gonna give me what I need right now. I don't give a fuck if her pussy is trash. A woman's not gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna keep sleeping with this man. My man's dick is way better, given to me way better than this guy is. I'm not gonna keep giving him.
You're right.
Shit.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
That's
yeah,
legit.
they're not gonna keep fucking a nigga that's trash. They're gonna
you
right.
will fuck a girl that's trash just because you bored.
Would you
It's your
take your
boredom.
chicks to a swingers club. If that was it, whoa. You know what? That goes into the
Read out loud. You have to read out loud.
Okay.
We have listeners.
Would you take your chick to a swingers club I can't read past the camera to help
Satisfy
a
The
fantasy? I would not. I'm not into all that sharing, to be quite honest. That's just me. Even if that was her fantasy, it's like, well, my line is sharing. I'm not going to share you. Probably even with a woman. Now, can I go back to the threesome shit for 1 second? Because I had something in my head while you were talking. That the reason why a male girl threesome is weirder than a girl male threesome.
Go ahead.
Okay. The reason why it could be more acceptable in our social settings to do a girl male threesome is because if I'm a male having a threesome with two girls, I'm interested in pleasuring them both. When there's a male girl threesome, both of them are pleasuring one. So it's a different aspect of it that no, as a person that's in a relationship with the girl, you're not cool with it because it's like, no, that's not the way this goes. But if I can pleasure both of no, I don't want no male to pleasure me.
No.
I'm saying that's why it doesn't make sense.
No, I'm gonna tell you why you messed up at it.
Where I mess up at.
Here you go.
Go ahead.
Two guys are pleasuring one. She wants the pleasure.
I get that.
What you're saying is you want to give your pleasure to, and I'm guessing that's a
no. I'm saying that's why it doesn't work.
But she's getting 2 for 1 too, just like you're getting 2 for 1.
Mm.
You gotta think about it. You're getting
double standard.
You're getting pleasure from two different women.
You're right.
She's
I'm
getting,
giving,
and
but
you're
no, Kev,
giving,
I'm giving pleasure though.
and
You're
she's
always
getting,
giving pleasure when
no,
you're
no, but
No.
I'm giving pleasure to two.
What you think she's
I
doing?
guess
What do you
she's
think
giving
she's
pleasure to
saying
two.
too?
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Think about it. She's doing.
I
the
hate
same
this.
thing.
I fucking hate this.
Dre, you stupid.
But it's I don't know, man. It's just weird for me, and I would never do it because that's just like, nah, that's mine.
Okay.
Like, come up with something else, or you can go find that, and I could go find what I want.
As long as she don't cheat on you, you know what I'm saying. You cool with that.
That's
So,
why you got to do stuff like that with people that you don't
What are you
care
talking
about.
I'm about to hit y'all with something.
What do you
now.
mean?
I seen this.
Threesomes.
I seen this post from my cousin Calvin. Dog.
Yeah,
I seen this post from him and shit. I'm going to put it
Like,
up here.
yeah, it was.
I'm
it
going
was,
to put it up on the screen
it
so
was a nice
everybody.
sexual experience.
So everybody
Appreciate
can see
that.
this
Gotta
is-
go.
This is something this is something for people who can't see. This is a meme, and this is how it goes. I don't, a man's trying to have sex with his woman, and she says, "I don't feel like it tonight," and he says to her, "But it's been 2 weeks," and at the caption at the top it said, "This is why y'all get cheated on."
actually, it says this is why y'all get
Question.
cheated
Cheated on. Or
Yeah.
cheated.
on.
On.
This is why y'all get cheated on.
There's a comma in there too.
Why? And a question.
Why is it?
I don't know. Just because
Alright, go ahead,
niggas
go
is
ahead, go
making
ahead.
a meme. Stop. Let's be real.
It was bad though.
Let's be with ladies withholding sex.
I think that's a very legitimate reason not to get cheated on, but to call to question some things that are going on.
Yeah. And that's
Are you
and then
wrong
that
for
goes
cheating on her?
back. And that goes
Because
back.
she
to
probably
her.
cheated.
Yeah.
What's up?
She already
What's
had
up, girls? That's y'all probably cheating. No, not tonight. Bitch didn't win. It's been 2 weeks and you ain't trying to open your pussy for me.
Close.
What you doing?
So is that and people say and girls get mad. Oh, well, why would you cheat on me? Yo, why am I waiting 2 weeks to have sex with you?
You ever waited 2 weeks before with your girl? Not this girl, but any
Yeah.
girl. Any girl.
Yeah, and guess what? Motherfucker got cheated on. I'm not going to say no.
Dre face. I wish y'all could see Dre
Damn.
face.
Yeah, you got cheated on. That's
What
your.
if she really? What if she was sick, bro? And then she had her period. Like what I'm saying is,
You can
what
have
if it
it-
was a normal reasons why?
You can be sick. You can be in a hospital, but
You
you're
still fucking?
not gonna be withholding pussy because you're trying.
Can't
you're-
motherfucker in the hospital. You can wake up out this coma.
you can be all that, and I can understand, but you're not gonna be withholding pussy to try to teach me.
I
a
got
lesson.
something that'll wake her up.
Not to try to teach me a lesson, because I'm gonna teach you a
fuck
lesson.
No.
I'm gonna teach you a lesson too.
Yeah, those are games, and we don't play those.
Yeah, we don't play.
I'm not gonna play
But
games with you.
that's the thing I dealt with. You trying to withhold pussy because you're
Nah.
trying to teach me a lesson.
Guess
You want
what?
to teach me a lesson? Cool. I'm gonna teach you a lesson
You
too.
gonna learn this shit. You gonna learn this lesson.
Okay, Lie says, what's important to y'all, sex or financial stability in a relationship? Some people cheat because the other isn't working or take care of home.
That's different. I think.
That's
But- you can go, please. I got something to say about that.
go ahead.
I forgot.
No, say it. Nah, that's a lot of reasons women say they cheat for, and you're
It's
supposed
not
to,
real.
but they cheat and they say it. And people don't say it's a double standard because it is a fucking double standard. with this.
Mhm.
I'm getting when women cheat, when they cheat on a man, it's like it's supposed to be understandable to the world. Like she had a legit reason to cheat,
Nah.
but that man can do the same exact thing, and it's like that's not a reason to cheat. That's a
because
reason
she at
to
home and
fix
she
it.
ain't doing shit.
Hey,
Listen, all right. So that whole thing, there's so many things that go into the financial shit.
we're all over the place. We sorry, but
Well, yeah, but there's so many things that go into that financial shit. It's not just that they don't take care of home. It's more than that.
Yeah.
Because to have that kind of character, you have to be a certain type of man. You know what I'm saying? So that just means that they ain't get what they bargained for. When that happens, they cheat on you because you don't take care of home. It's because, oh shit, you ain't who I thought you was anyway. Now she should cut it off before she does that, but I mean that's the real. It's deeper than just you ain't taking care of home. Nah, nigga, you ain't who she thought you was supposed to be.
Uh-huh.
You a bum nigga. Bum niggas get cheated on.
and bum bitches get cheated on.
And bum bitches, nigga, what? Bum bitches definitely get cheated on.
Like,
And they still can't figure out why. And their best friends tell them that he ain't shit. No, bitch, you ain't shit.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Like nobody's some people, you know what? Good 90% of the time you get cheated on, it's not right. But there is a 10%, like, yeah, you know what? That person had a legit reason to cheat on you. I don't really see what's bad. I seen people.
Yo, you be
What?
telling people that? You're like, yeah, you should. Yo, you tell your homie that, like, yeah, you definitely should have got cheated on.
Like, bro, you kind of deserve. Like,
Yeah.
if you like, bro, you kind of deserved it. Like, you didn't fix. If you're sitting fucking oblivious to this shit, and you don't fix nothing, and then she cheats, then it's kind of
That's on you.
That's kind of your fault.
Yep.
Females too. If you're sitting there oblivious,
It doesn't make it okay. We're not saying it makes it
I'm
okay. for
not
what she
saying
does.
it makes it.
But yes,
Never.
you are the cause.
You are the
If you say why you going fuck that nigga? Well,
Ooh,
I
she
done
hit you with
told
the
you.
well.
I told you this, and I told you you're looking like, oh, so you just gonna go fuck the nigga?
You ain't tell me like this though.
But the thing is, they hit you with that. You're supposed to understand that. Let you hit them with that. Well, listen.
Well, bitch, you ain't
Yo,
shit.
for
Some
real,
people
for
is
real.
greedy and
See,
whores
you
too.
can't-
Whores, though.
As
Yeah,
a,
Okay.
we
What?
did, let's talk about some.
I agree.
That's true.
Some people, I don't mean to cut y'all off. Some people, it's a learned behavior. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean. My uncle cheated, not me. My uncle cheated, my dad cheated, my grandpa cheated. He got other kids. They think that's, oh, a man could never be faithful. That's the way some niggas really think. A man can never be faithful. And then they act on that. Now, here's where the problem is. You can think that way all you want.
Mhm.
You can think that, oh, man's never going to be faithful. Tell the women that. Tell them, oh, I don't believe that a man will ever be faithful. Don't have them living at your crib thinking that you a faithful man and then you be fucking other women like, oh, I can never be faithful. Nigga, tell her. Tell her.
Crystal has if you're gonna cheat, then fucking leave. Period. Listen,
I agree.
some people
100%.
I seen that's cool, but I seen some relationships go on that last. It seems to last better than relationships with people trying to be faithful because they're cheating on each other and they're kind of cool with it, and it just keeps the relationship going.
How long was you with her?
I wasn't with nobody that long. I'm just saying I seen it
Sometimes
happen.
you gotta trip your homeboy up.
Yeah, I seen it happen. Like, man, you've been with her for 14 years.
Damn.
But you ain't been faithful with them 14 years. Y'all been.
What about her?
Neither has her. Like,
Damn.
you gotta think. Like, they just like, yo, this is what we do.
Wow.
This is how we keep our relationship going.
Now, would that be considered swinging? Real shit.
That's an open
not
relationship.
Not the open relationship. That's what I meant.
Is-
Would that be considered an open relationship? And could that
I don't
be?
think.
I think if
I
they
don't
both
think it's 'cause-
acknowledge the fact.
Nah,
Now, if they're arguing about it, then ain't nothing open about that. They're supposed to be closed.
they're arguing about it.
Yeah.
They're
Are
you
arguing
sure?
about it. They're arguing. They're splitting. They're getting back together. It's not supposed to meant to happen.
What about
They
Will
just
Smith
like
and
the
Jada Pinkett
chaos.
Smith?
That's what it
That-
is.
that's
They
what it is.
attracted
You
to
think-
the chaos.
What about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith? Do you think that they were arguing about it, or was Will Smith like, all right, well, be happy,
I think-
doing what you're doing?
I think this is just to be funny. Will Smith would probably like, I told you not to fuck that nigga. You could have fucked anybody else. I told you not to fuck that little nigga.
Why though?
I don't know. It's something that was going on.
Now,
You know what I mean?
now he got his Twitter followers up.
Yeah, look at that. Now I told you. Now he came back. He opened his mouth. I told you he was gonna
He
talk.
definitely opened his mouth.
I told you he was gonna talk.
And you know what?
It is.
And that's something that people don't.
Did you read that out loud?
Sometimes. Oh, I'm sorry.
you got to read out.
That's
loud. We
nasty.
have-
There's too much going on
From
out
Crystal
out
Nicole.
here.
from Crystal.
And that's the truth. And that's why I say, like, yo, I had a conversation with an old head the other day. And for all our listeners from other countries, old head means a older person
that you respect.
that
Kind of respect.
that you meant. I have a conversation with an old head. OG is different. That's respect. So what I mean is this. He said, yo, he was a white boy in the band. He said, man, excuse me for the
Man,
colloquialism.
just say it.
Nigga
We're
said-
the Opinionated
nigga said,
Podcast.
I
Because
He said, man, I fucked a lot of bitches, man, in my life. He was in bands and he used to be in AC in Las Vegas all the time. He said, man, I fucked a lot of bitches, man. I used to get a shot every week. You know what that means when he say a
He's-
shot?
he's
Penicillin.
He's fucking raw.
Penicillin.
Then the government put AIDS out there.
That's
strap up.
yeah, hey, my nigga. That's what he said.
Get the fuck out of
That's
here.
what he said. He said, I knew it was time to settle down. I said, when AIDS came out, my nigga, he said, yeah, man. Like he talked with a bit of a drawl, but he was from Jersey, and he said, yeah, man, I just, when AIDS
Said, "I
came
used to
out
get
and they
them
said
shit, man."
motherfuckers were getting it and you couldn't get rid of it and dying from it, I said, nah, I can't be out here going raw, man. I gotta go and settle down. And he met his wife, and he been with his wife that whole time. But he used to go raw and strange. He was with like nigga was telling me like, yo, I was with fucking Rick James,
Think
like
about
a lot
it.
of big names, and he said I was getting a lot of
You
pussy.
got to think it's that's what. And women don't want
Drugs
to hear
was
that.
different back
Women,
then.
Yes.
some women
Yes.
don't want to hear that. Like sometimes you cheat. Sometimes men cheat because you look at this pussy like, I will never get to hit this again. I'm not in love with her, but I just got to hit this one time.
So
to
missing
see how it
opportunities.
feels.
You don't want to miss
You
opportunities.
don't want to miss the opportunity, and y'all might not want to hear that. And it is not a reason to cheat, but I'm just giving y'all facts.
So all right, y'all women.
Yeah,
Who y'all like? Fucking Michael B. Jordan?
yeah.
You get in the room with Michael B. Jordan and that motherfucker want to tear it down. Y'all like, nah, I'm with my boyfriend. Or you like, I'm gonna let this nigga tear it down and I'm not gonna say shit.
She not gonna say
I
a
ain't
damn
gonna say
thing.
shit.
How many women cheated with singers? They go to concerts and go
That's
backstage.
exactly. Oh, you ain't coming home and telling your man that.
No, they're not.
You gonna take that shit to the grave because guess what? He don't know nobody. He don't know your man don't know nobody he know. It ain't gonna get back to him.
Exactly. Y'all.
I gave them ideas.
No, they do it. They do it. I would never
You think
trust
they
a
had
girl.
his ideas
I would
already?
never trust a female. Oh,
Detail,
we
Dre.
got backstage passes.
Get out.
look like I'm single.
Get out. You better find that
Uh-huh.
backstage and go there. What are the concerts going? Go live there.
It looks like I'm single
like
because
It's like you're on the road now.
these singers like they don't care. Like women cheat on their men. Like especially like with social media now and Twitter and everything getting followers up. Women just cheat just to get followers or get Instagram likes or whatever. They don't be faithful for
That's
their
what they
men.
be doing?
You ever watch?
I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah, I never.
They cheat for followers.
You never. I'm guessing y'all never watched Love and Hip Hop. You think them
That's
chicks?
not the same thing.
You think them chicks? They're getting their followers. You don't think them chicks have men and they bump into these dudes? Like, yo, I want to rap, or I want to be. I want to sing. I want to be in the music, and then like Trick Daddy. I just was watching it. I don't watch. My girl watches Trick Daddy, dog. You see what Trick Daddy look like now?
Yes, he looks like a grandmother.
He looks like he looks like plastic surgery and claymation going wrong.
We should probably not fuck with Trick Daddy Dollars.
I don't give a fuck. Comment on the show, nigga. You come at me. This is not the reflection of the Opinionated Podcast. This is the reflection of one person that's Dash on the show. This is not how we feel about you.
Think you could beat him?
Your music was hot. No, fuck all that. Listen, Trick Daddy looked like Clay gone wrong, right? So, but it's some chicks on there that want to rap, that want to get on the music business, and they probably have a dude at home, and he's backstage. This is how it goes.
I get what you're saying.
She's cheating.
That wasn't your original point, but I get what you're
she's
saying.
cheating on him with this ugly motherfucker for an opportunity.
Yes, which you lost. Regardless, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about if she does it, she lost.
I mean,
okay, so the days of you fuck me and I get you a music deal, it's over.
nah, because Cardi was, I think
That's not the truth.
she had a relationship with somebody on Love and Hip Hop to be on the show in order to get a career, but she didn't stay with that
The
dude.
DJ Self was it, I think, but I don't think that was what that was. I think they played it
Who's
up.
fucking with old ass Lord Tariq? I mean Peter Guns. Who's fucking with that old ass nigga? Old as shit, and he's getting buns from these bad young joints. Every week these niggas got a new girl.
Maybe he's charming. He's notorious for fucking up in those relationships and fucking more than one.
Because these women, they're not. Yo, listen, we're getting way off subject.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's
go ahead and women bash more.
I'm not women bash, dog. These niggas ain't shit either.
I'm not women bash.
The niggas ain't shit either.
Kev just turned to Kevin Durant page.
You definitely did, yeah. But that's okay.
Check me out. It's
Fridays.
On every Friday at 8:00, I rant and I talk shit, but I rant about shit.
To get back on topic.
It's real issues on why people actually cheat. And I think we can't cover them all in one episode, but the truth is, I think don't ignore the signs. And I don't mean the signs as in like, yo, she cheating already. Don't ignore the signs that, yo, you might need to be a little bit more attentive. And that's for men and women. You might need to show a little bit more romance and put a little bit more effort in when it comes to your girl or your man.
or you realize that motherfucker's really not interested in you.
Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one.
Stop.
A very big one.
Don't think. Listen,
Tell him, bro. Tell him.
y'all.
How you tell him that you're not interested in him no more? How you tell him that?
I tell
Like
him,
how do we tell him that?
if your man is blatantly, if I'm just blatantly doing whatever the fuck, whatever I want,
Flirting with bitches in front of
flirting
her.
with chicks in front of you, saying her ass is fat, grabbing, groping on chicks, and looking at you like, and dare you to say something to me?
You a creep.
You stupid. Yeah.
Go ahead,
If
bro.
you stick with a
It's
person that is doing that to you, at some point you deserve it. You would never stick your hand in a fire and leave it there and then complain to the fire that it burnt you. You did it to yourself.
Say that again, dog, because that you made that up.
No, I didn't. I did make that up.
Say it again.
You would never stick your hand in a fire and leave it in there and complain and blame the fire that it burnt you. You burnt yourself.
Soundbite.
You burnt yourself.
That was good.
You burnt yourself. If you know this person ain't nothing or shit, and he's cheating, and you know what and you're sticking around, you say he's a cheater. I can't believe he's doing it to me. Yo, don't jump in a 12-foot end of a pool and can't swim. And
nah, you fucked it up. It's cool. So listen.
Nah, I did. I'm saying, you did
doing so good.
But you caused harm to yourself. Just leave. Just leave. Or someone, I can't leave.
Yes,
What can't you leave?
Pack up.
The dick.
They got kids
I
and
seen
shit
people.
like
No,
that.
fuck all that shit.
The
I
dick.
seen people cut
Yeah.
their family off for a cheater, that their friends for a cheater,
Mhm.
and all in hopes that they get the cheater. This is what the cheater needs you to lose
He
in
turns
order
them
for him
against him.
to
Yeah.
not to cheat anymore.
Yeah.
You gotta get rid of your family, your friends, and everything. Quit your job. Depend on me 100%, and I'll be faithful to you.
Let's give them ways.
You're
Because that they don't necessarily say it that way, but they might say, "Oh, well, you spent too much time over at your mom's house
exactly. So you
or
cut
your
your mom.
sister's house."
You cut your sister off.
Right.
Yeah.
You spend too much time.
Those
at,
are signs.
you spend too much time at work. You get a job that you work lesser hours.
Oh yeah, you trying to fuck your life up.
You hang out with your friends too much.
Yeah.
You start cutting your friends off. You go out too much. Now you're a homebody. You done isolated
that, man.
yourself from the world
I seen that.
in hopes that this guy will stop cheating on you. That is your fault. Crystal Nicole said, which is worse, physical cheating or emotionally cheating? Texting, calling other.
Both
They're-
equally.
they're-
Because you're cheating if you're doing the other thing too. And a lot of people will not agree with that. But I think if you are entertaining, if I'm a man, I'm entertaining another woman in any way, I'm married. So to me, all that is cheating. I shouldn't be entertaining no other woman. I saw this online and I'm gonna make a video about it. If you are like, if you're answering DMs, talking to these women, I don't give a fuck what it's about. I don't give a fuck if they saying, "Oh man, what you doing today?" Oh, that. Nah. We don't need to talk. I don't have any daily interaction with you where I need to talk to you. However, I do need to talk to my wife. So me and you ain't got nothing to talk about. That's me though. That's me. What y'all think?
Okay. I think it's
trying to get you straight. He trying
I'm about
trip
to
you up.
say, yeah.
yeah,
He trying to trip you up.
It's cheating regardless. Because I mean, if you're a female who's talking to a man about about the bad shit that's going on in your relationship, what you think he there for? He not there to be like, "Oh, it's okay, things is gonna get better between y'all. Maybe you should try this way." He gonna be like, "Oh man, that's fucked up. I'm here to, if you want to talk about it, I want, you know what I'm saying, or we could go grab some. It's always gonna be something behind that. You know what I
You know
mean?
what they say for that? The shoulder you cry on is the dick you ride on.
Yes.
For real. And it's the same way the other way around, you know what I'm saying? If a dude is telling a female about what's going on in his shit, he kind of makes himself seem like he's about to be available, you know what I'm saying, or give hints, or maybe he's on the prowl looking for something else, you know what I mean? Like,
Can't be on the prowl.
I don't be on the prowl. I listen.
I wasn't even talking about you.
Look,
talking
he
about
know he
me,
playing.
yo. Listen, I'm not gonna. I always tell everybody.
Niggas on the prowl.
One thing you will get from this show, and you'll definitely get from me, is realness and honest. I was a cheater. I cheated. You will never. when you tune into the show and listen to us, you will hear real accounts. So don't feel as though if you're a man, you're cheating, that we're bashing you. I'm telling you from a cheater's point. I cheated. I know. I cheated because I wasn't over past relationships. I cheated because she was boring and I was getting bored. And I cheated because you're withholding sex. That's been reasons. Those been times I cheated. Yes. Are they right? No. But to me, they were right.
Right.
To me, to me, those was legit reasons to cheat.
So
to
okay.
me.
So let's get to. I like that. I really want you
Okay.
to keep talking. Let me ask you in those particular situations. Why was it that you didn't just go to them and say, I don't want to be with you anymore? Or was it really like, you know what? She's doing this to me by withholding sex or doing whatever, being boring. So I'm going to basically like, now I feel I have the license to go do this.
Because it's here's one example. Sometimes you might try to leave and they beg you, fight with you, argue with you, call you on a daily basis. But you're trying to leave.
Okay.
You want to leave, but they don't want you. They won't let you leave or want you to leave.
Right.
So you stay, but you still have them urges. So you go fulfill them.
You know what? That's important that you said that.
That's one.
Right.
The second reason sometimes is it's the complete opposite way. I need them. I want that female. I don't want her to leave, but I have these urges, so I go act on them, and I'm secretive about them because I do kind of need her, but what I need from her, I'm not getting from her
in certain areas.
From certain areas, so I have to go get it. But if it comes down to them or her, I'm choosing her.
Wow.
I
think that right there is the whole kid and caboodle.
It's not right. But you got y'all as a female. This is coming from a man. You have to see that. You got to see that. If you can't say, well, I'm withholding sex because he's not doing X, Y, and Z, and then he cheats on you. Like, oh, I can't believe he did that. No, y'all have y'all problems. Y'all keep having sex like y'all normally having. And y'all work through it. Sometimes you will cheat because just like, man, I'm just arguing with this motherfucker. We're not having sex. I'm sitting in my car looking at my door.
That means let her go.
Here's this female that in my mind I made up that she's gonna probably give me everything I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just go that this is so much easier.
Expectations.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not expectation is not reality.
No, absolutely not.
And guys who think the grass sometimes, listen, people, here's an old expression.
Cue that Chris Brown song.
The grass is greener on the other side. It's not always greener on the other side. It's not. The reason that grass is probably greener on that other side because that grass is being
spray painted.
It's being watered. It's being this is
facts. The truth, yeah.
It's being watered. It's being treated. It's being taken care of. If you want your grass to look as green as it is on the other side, water your grass, treat it right, take care of it. Meaning, give that same thing, because you can get over on that other side and turn that fucking brown grass into brown grass, and that grass on the other side of the fence start getting greener.
This nigga spitting.
You know what I'm saying?
He's spitting right now,
baby.
He's spitting right now. Yo, bro, can you give me that analogy one more time so I can have it clean? I'm dead serious.
Okay, sometimes the expression is the grass is not always greener on the other side. The grass is greener on that other side is because it's being watered, taken care of, and treated. If you do the same thing to your grass that you own, it will look the same way. But if you go jump that fucking fence to that greener grass and carry the same bullshit over, you would turn that green grass into that same brown, shitty grass, and you'll watch that grass that you left shitty brown. Somebody will come and water and treat it. Now that motherfucker's green. Now you're looking back at it like, I want to go back. It's too late then. Mm-hmm. It's facts.
Then they're going to kick you off that grass. Now you're going to have to walk on the street.
We're going to read this because Crystal Nicole. So my dude has been withdrawal lately. He sleeps in. I'm going to read this.
That,
I'm going to ask.
Read that, brother.
He sleeps in a different room. He works all day, comes home every night. I feel like the emotional disconnect. We haven't had sex in 2 weeks. I want to talk to him, but I don't I don't think he loves me. I think he's over his. I don't think he's over his ex-wife advice. Okay. All right. I'm going to explain this to you, Christian.
Yeah, give it a real.
I remember one time I was with my ex and I was sleeping in the other room and we wasn't having sex. That was at the beginning of me.
The beginning of the end.
At the end, he might not have cheated on you yet, but it's getting there. It's getting close.
My
I'm
question
telling you,
is,
it's getting
have
close.
y'all had a conversation about
But that's-
this since it's been 2 weeks?
They probably
That's
have.
the real question. And if you did have a conversation, did you indulge in what really mattered and why there is a separation? Because 9 times out of 10, after that real, I don't think he's cheating physically, but emotionally.
I'm going to
9
break
times
it
out
down.
of 10, if you having that actual conversation with him to figure out why he's out there, what's going
He's
on,
working.
you know what I'm saying?
But you,
if
well,
you feel
I'm
like
telling,
he's
I've
sleeping in a
been,
if
different
you
room.
feel
I've
like
been there.
he's
I
if you
said-
feel like he's continuously lying
I'm
to you,
telling you.
But what
then
makes
you gotta bust a move. It's the ball in your court at that time.
I'm
If she feel
telling
like
you.
he continuously lying to her, then she gotta make a decision at that point.
Nah,
what makes you sleep in a different
What
room?
made me sleep? What made me sleep in the other room is because I was tired of the bullshit that I was going through with her. Y'all have.
So there's underlying issues.
There are underlying issues. There
Okay.
are bullshit. It's stuff that he spoke on to you that you probably, y'all. And I hate to say, but women do sometimes. They brush off like, "Why are you fucking? You're a man. Why are you fucking complaining?" Dude, we don't. If a man complains, it's the same as when we complain
fed
to
up.
you. We want you to figure it out. We stop talking and moving into another room and another
It's
area.
some problems.
We are at the point of leaving. He might be a good dude that don't cheat. He's probably at the point where he's going to come to you one day and like, yo, this is not working for me. I can't do this.
Or he's waiting for you to do it.
Or waiting for you to do it. Yo, I don't give a damn how uncomfortable the conversation is. If you care about each other, you got to go have that
Yes.
very,
So I'm
very
saying-
uncomfortable conversation.
Yep.
You have to listen. There's a difference between listening and talking to each other. When you talking at each other, y'all just words are just coming out. Nobody's getting anything out. But when you listen to each other, you gotta hear what he said. If he's telling you he wants certain things from you, if you really care about this person, you have to do it.
Can I step in?
Vice versa. Go ahead, Dre.
So, and when we're speaking about kind of your situation, but kind of hypothetical too, because we don't know all the facts. So when you're in a situation like that, and I'm speaking from my standpoint, you do have to have, it's communication. You do have to have that conversation. I'm talking a real, not when you get home from work conversation. Like, no, you have to literally lock the doors, turn the TV off, get face to face and have a real conversation with each other and say, this is what I need from you. What do you need from me? If you are not willing to give that person that, or he is not willing to give you that, you got to cut it.
Yep.
Yo, it's done. Okay, it's okay. Maybe we should move on. Let me tell you something. I've done that before. With, I'm not going to say who, but I've done that before and then wind up getting back together later. Because sometimes your energies, and you know me, I'm always talking about energies, your energies aren't matching. Sometimes it's just that, where your energies just aren't there. He's on a different a wavelength, you're on a different wavelength. Sometimes you gotta let that shit go and be your best self somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have that conversation, you're gonna wonder every day.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And what will help with that is two things will happen. Either you will have a better relationship and understanding with that person, or y'all will be able to move on to the next person and have a better relationship with the next person.
Right. No loaded questions.
You gotta be happy, and y'all gotta be happy whether you like this person being happy. You gotta be happy, even if it's uncomfortable, but you gotta be happy.
Yes.
You might leave them, y'all might leave each other, but guess what? That will make it easier for y'all to see each other and have a smile and a hi and a go. Where if you leave on this note and don't talk about it, is probably be a hatred towards each other, or the new people y'all with, y'all be cheating on them with each other because y'all didn't close out something.
Have you ever heard of a couple have a spouse vacation, or whoever you're with? They call it a spouse vacation. But have you ever heard of that? It's when you need time apart to have appreciation for each other. And some people don't agree with it, but sometimes you do need that. You need that time apart just to be like, you know what? This is where I fucked up at. You kind of got to see it from a bird's eye view to know where pieces are. Like, wait, whoa, I was tripping.
But she's giving you some more information.
Can you read that?
How do I go about talking to him? He's 52. I'm 38. We've been together for almost 4 years. I don't want to bombard him. I just want to know what he wants and needs. I love him very much. I miss him. So what you just said to us. Exactly.
That's it.
What you just said to us, you have to say to him. You can't see what people get scared. It's so easy for you. It's so easy for you to talk to us because there's no
ramifications.
Yeah. How you speaking to us? You gotta say to him, look, we've been together for a long time.
And it's like
I hate to bombard you, but I need to know what you need.
It's not even that.
So I can give it to you and you give it to me.
You don't have to bombard him. It's all about how you bring the context to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can schedule time with each other. Like, listen, I know you got a little time to talk later. You know what I'm saying? Maybe give him time to prepare himself, because he's gonna know that this conversation is gonna be deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't scheduling a conversation just because you want to talk about sports, or, you know what I mean, something that you both are. No, you talking because something is going on with your relationship. Like, yo, can we get a little time later on? You know what I mean? Just me and you, so we can have a conversation. I need us to talk. And you know what I mean? If you got anything you want to talk about or anything you need to tell me, I want this time to be dictated towards strictly that. Right. And when you bring, you know, your questions to light, don't bring it to a point where, you know, you've been together for 4 years. You know what's going to make him defensive. You know what I mean? You know what pisses him off and what doesn't, and vice versa. He knows what's going to make you mad, and vice versa. Y'all have to come to an agreement. Like, this isn't a conversation where I'm trying to attack you, and I don't want you to attack me. I need you to understand how I feel, and I want to know how you feel. And then tell him exactly how you feel, but use it in a way where you're kind of you're trying to show him how you feel about each other. You telling us that you love him very much, and he's in a whole nother room and you miss him. Those are key points that you're going to want to bring up to him.
Yeah,
like Sev said.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And you can even start the conversation off like that. Yo, you've been in the other room for so long. We haven't been together. We haven't been spending time. I need to know what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be here, if you do. And if you do, what can we do to alleviate this situation where we can get back to what we were? What do we need to work on? You know what I'm saying? What can I do? And I can tell you what you can do, and then we can try to move on from that point. You know what I mean? And hold each other accountable, because that's really what it's about.
Yeah, because you get people, and
you get stagnant.
You get stagnant. Yes. But people get scared with them conversations. You might hear some shit you don't want to hear. And you might get the ending that you might not want,
but you should be prepared.
Should be prepared for that. And if you truly love a person, when I say I love my girl in the fact that I want to be happy. I try to give her happiness as much as I can.
Right.
But damn it, if she's got to be happy, if this not working and she's happy with somebody else, I got to take that on the chin. Yeah. Motherfucker, she's happy. It wasn't with me. Somebody gave it to her. I'm cool. You happy. I got baby moms that I see that are happy. I would never I would never talk to you because you look happy. I can give it to you. I'm glad that you're happy. I'm glad that you're doing okay. I loved you. I used to tell you I love you. Yo, I'm glad you. Yo, what you about to get married? That's what's up. Boom.
Right.
Keep it pushing.
Right.
It might not end the way you wanted to end, but if you don't get this off your chest, you're gonna live with that, and you're going to cheat. One of y'all gonna cheat with the next person y'all been with. Might be your soulmate, but you're gonna cheat because y'all don't have that motherfucking closure.
Can I put it as
main
perspective?
Go ahead.
Main temptation of infidelity, right there.
Right. So I'll put it into perspective, and then we can, you know, I mean, I think you have enough information, or you can keep asking. It's up to you. So you have this conversation soon, right? You have this conversation within the next couple days or week
or hour. No,
or hour. Yeah, it should be now, but
it should be now. It should be soon.
But let's say you do that. Let's say you find some things that you don't want to find out. Let's say he is like, I'm not happy and I want to move on. You start the process now with getting yourself together and moving on yourself. Or you draw it out and wait so many years that you're unhappy. You can't do shit. This motherfucker just
He's just cheating.
take the band-aid off now.
Yeah,
is the point. Do it now, and then you can start the healing process, whether with or without him.
and that's facts.
That's a fact.
That's the most. That's what I'm saying. That's why people who get cheated on, like, oh, I can't believe he cheated on me. You should be able to understand he cheated on you because he cheated on you because he's not happy.
9 out of 10 times you should be able to know.
You should be able to know he cheated because he wasn't happy and you didn't address it.
Sometimes it's just
And he
a fucked up
and he
scenario.
could have just left. He could have just left you and started messing with the new person. Sometimes he cheated.
Well, let's
on
not send her into a frenzy. We don't.
Nah,
we
not
don't
a
know if
frenzy,
the man's
but
cheating.
We don't know if he's cheating
We're
or not,
just
but
saying.
I'm just saying, if they got a warning level from 1 to 5 about your relationship right now, it's at a 4.
Hey man, I've been mad at my wife, or we've
2
been,
weeks, you ain't never sleeping in a room.
I've never slept in another room ever because I don't give a fuck if she dead mad at me, dog. We sleeping in the same bed. And I'm
But
sleeping
if
with you.
if
Fuck
you
that.
know
I've been
she go
aggravated to the
but you
point
know-
where I go and I feel
Nah, we
like
just gonna
it's
be mad
better for
next to each
me
other.
to be on the
But what about
couch
if it
than
happen?
be
You
directly
know that-
next to her. Not
you-
for no 2 weeks.
But I'm saying, if
but
that
maybe
happens,
for the night, like
you
know
should
what, let me
know
just-
that's boom.
If
It's
she-
probably over.
If she's sleeping in a different room
And locks the door, you can't get
and
in.
I can't get in, at that point, see, and that's communication. That's those lines of communication because we're gonna have that conversation regardless. I wouldn't even yo. What you about to do? No. Let's talk. Whatever you got, put the kids over there. Send them to somebody else's house. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk. I need your undivided attention so we can go through what's going on. Yeah.
Not every
We-
relationship works like that. Because me and my girl gotta separate sometimes so we can both have clarity before we talk to each other. That way, when we come to talk, we know exactly what we want to say instead of both of us being angry and just trying to fucking get a point across that we know neither one of us going to listen to each other because we both upset about something.
It's been 2 weeks.
Well, never 2 weeks.
But that's what I'm
never
saying. It's
2
been
weeks.
2 weeks.
Sometimes,
that's what I
dog,
said. I
I've
never-
been there, dog. I slept on the couch for a month.
Yeah, nah.
And here was the thought process through my head, sleeping on that couch for a month, and we not talking about this shit. Already started packing my shit up. I already started talking to people like, yo, I might need you in a couple of weeks to move out. Like, I don't know when I'm going to end this shit, but it's getting there. I think it's done. I think, because in the mind as a man, you say, I think it's done. That's you say that to, I think it's done. Like, he ain't talked to me. And Crystal, it's probably been an emotional week. But you have to. You have that uncomfortable
Gotta have that
conversation.
conversation.
Go have that uncomfortable
got to.
conversation.
Gotta have that
You
conversation.
know what I mean? Especially if he's especially if it's on his own terms that he's deciding to go sleep out there for a long period of time. If y'all are coming home every day and you don't even feel animosity, it's just y'all not talking, even looking each other way, then you gotta get to the bottom of it immediately. Because at this point, y'all just feel obligated to sit in the house. I don't know how the bills go or what y'all share, if y'all have kids together
You
or
just
what.
keep it to keep the lights on.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, y'all both know that y'all were surviving before y'all met each other. You could survive afterwards.
Yeah.
You need to get down to the bottom of it. That way y'all can move forward, whether it's together or apart, like Dre said. You know what I
Because-
mean? There's no point of you sitting there just watching another life outside your, outside your door.
Don't be in a shell of a relationship.
Yeah, and don't hold on to it because you think you gotta hold on. Like we doing this cheating thing because we trying to get people help, man. Because people get cheated on sometimes and they want to blame the dude so crazy. We're not looking at it like, man, it's 50. It might be 50% his and 50% mine too.
A lot of people, when a person gets cheated on, the first thing they tell other people is everything that they did.
Talk.
But they
Go talk.
never fucking say the things that they didn't or weren't willing to try to do. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's the most basic shit, which makes it the most aggravating shit ever. Because if you're not willing to do the little shit, then you know anything else beyond that is out the window. So you canceling all future of anything that you like. You know what I'm saying? A person look at you and be like, "Oh no, that's crazy." You know what I mean? Like, why? You know what I mean? They will never speak about the shit. Number one, they won't speak about the shit that they did that was wrong. They'll never speak on the shit.
Cheat.
Yeah, they'll never talk about the shit that they did that was fucked up. It'll just be
not.
all the things you did to fuck up, the cheating shit, and everything that they did for you or within a relationship. They'll never go on a negative point. Yo, you got to be willing to accept the negativities, you know what I'm saying, that you've done, as well as the negativities that he's done. And he's got to be able to accept that too and figure out how y'all can change those moving forward. And if you know that you can't change them, then you know what I'm saying, you gotta give it a rest. You know what I'm saying? You say he hasn't spoke to you in 5 days. You know what I mean? Now is the perfect day to talk.
Because
it gotta be now.
You gotta understand.
You don't
know who's in this. You don't know who's in your ear. Because there's been times where I was in a relationship and shit like this happened. As a man, you try your best to hide it, but sometimes females know, and you don't know. Female can be from afar checking your man out. Like, here's my opportunity to strike. They don't care nothing about. Maybe they just want sex. This guy's attractive. They just want to see what he feels like in bed. But if you come to me at my lowest point and offer me sex,
I'm way more susceptible to that.
You're more susceptible, and it don't have to be about sex. It's just that touch from a woman.
Yes.
It could be that touch from, oh man, I haven't felt this touch or embrace from a woman in a long time.
We need that too. We need that attention too.
Yeah.
And it has to be genuine, or at least feel genuine for us to react. I'm telling you, we need that too.
Yeah, we
have that conversation with this man.
Yeah, and you never know. He might feel the same way. Like, man, she ain't spoke to me in 5 days. I don't even want to. I'm scared to even say something to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never know exactly how he feels unless y'all motherfuckers communicate. You know what I mean? If you don't have if you don't have communication, you don't have a relationship. You know what I mean? I tell my girl that all the time. Like, yo, we gotta be able to communicate. I don't care how mad you are at me about something. Okay. You can tell me, and that way at least I know. You know what I mean? But before it gets to that stage of him looking elsewhere, you want to see what's up. So communication at this point is definitely it.
All right,
it's the key.
It's the key. So listen, we're gonna wrap this episode up. We hoping that the information that we put out into wherever helps anybody. Like, we're
Ethosphere,
as I call it. This is our podcast. We try to give y'all stuff, help. We try to help people. We don't give you value. We don't sugarcoat nothing, and we don't try to down talk to anybody, because, like I said, we talking about a topic about cheating. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I cheated. I know I cheated.
I've cheated before.
I cheated.
Never cheated before in my life.
Whatever. So he's good. But I've cheated. So we not taking shots at anybody. I'm just giving you information or reason why a man might cheat. And we appreciate Crystal for telling her situation.
Definitely,
like I said, thank
Crystal
you,
Nicole, for
thank you.
Commenting. I know that shit is very personal to you, so we want to appreciate you. Giving us some details into your life about what's going on. We definitely gonna pray for the best. You know what I mean? I'm sure that things will work out in the best for your interests, regardless, or if you move forward together or not. I'm sure you'll know how to move forward. So definitely thank you for that.
Correct.
And like we said, this is our podcast is based on the relationship, sex, love from a male's point of view. Because we don't. People try to give you this information, the ladies, but I think the way they give it to you, this is my personal opinion, the way they give it to you, it's so catered to y'all. It's so catered to y'all. Y'all can't see. Y'all can't see through y'all can't see through the bullshit that goes behind the scene. The real, like, everybody wants to eat a hot dog, but nobody wants to see how it's made.
Cooking.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see how it's made. We're gonna show you today. Our podcast is gonna show you how the shit is made. You might not like it. Guess what? You're like, you know what?
But you're always gonna come back for more.
Nobody ever broke it down to me like that. Now I see what this person is talking about. I said that old candy corn bullshit.
And like we said, it's definitely from our point of view.
Going to give you that foot
male's point of view collectively. And some things some people
What?
might not agree with. You can always
What?
comment on something that you feel could be different. Like this is opinionated. Everybody's opinion is definitely welcome. If you feel as though it's something we left out or something that you think isn't necessarily true, you can definitely leave a comment. We definitely comment back. We check all them shits all the time.
We try to.
Yeah,
So-
we do. So
Alley-oop to the nigga Dre to bring us out.
That's me. So before I close this out, I'm going to tell you guys that pretty soon, if you're listening on either one of our personal pages, we will be only broadcasting this to the Opinionated Podcast
That's
page.
right.
That's coming soon.
And
We're
the
going
So Damn Opinionated
to
page.
and the So Damn Opinionated
That's
page. We're
it.
going to let you know. So in order
And
to
YouTube.
listen and to comment, other than checking our YouTube out and checking our streaming platforms out, you're going to have to follow the Opinionated Podcast page. It's not going to be yet, but it's going to be in the upcoming months. We'll let you know exactly when that's going to happen, but
Yep.
don't say you haven't been warned.
Yeah.
All righty.
And
But you
we'll
can
be warning
definitely,
you.
hey, you can still support us.
Yep.
Just come to our page to do it.
Yep.
But we do appreciate you joining us regardless. And we were your hosts.
I'm Cool Kev.
Dash.
And I'm Big Dre.
And we
Thank
outta
you.
here.